Okay. Hello. What is up, YouTube? This is a podcast, a crucial cast, something similar to that with Deirdra. You know her.
Hello.
um, wait, have you been on a podcast before? Do you like podcasts? How do you feel about them?
I listen to them all the time, but the video format's new to me.
The video
Um,
format is new to you.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
actually, if I do watch like a video podcast, I usually just have the video off to the side while I'm doing other things. So
mhm.
hopefully, other people are doing the same if they're watching this on YouTube.
I do some cooking. Yeah,
Yeah, no judgment, but I did shave for this. I was looking for an excuse to
nice.
shave, and I shaved, and then I think I cut myself while I was shaving, so there's a little blood. But whatever. Okay, this is
Yeah,
something new.
right.
We're just jumping right into this right now. Um, so as you
Yeah,
know, I watch a
didn't
lot
know we
of
were gonna do a podcast.
you did yeah, you did it. I watch a lot of dramas, K dramas, Chinese dramas, whatever. American dramas are cool. There's just too much sex in them for me sometimes. Like it's super weird. Like did you ever watch Riverdale?
Yeah, I
Did you
did.
like it?
That one was. I only watched the first season. I think it was good, but it was not something I would click on again.
Yeah, no, like I was like, oh cool, like I think I like Archie and Jughead and whatever, Veronica, Betty and all that stuff. And then like I like watch it and Archie, I mean spoilers, I guess. Archie's sexing up the teacher. I was like, "Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa."
Yeah,
I
that was a
can't
little
watch
weird.
this.
That I don't understand how that's appropriate to show on
Um,
television.
yeah.
You like the Korean
I do like I like
dramas.
K-dramas a lot. But it's come to like my attention that this is something that's very romantic and it's also like hashtag romance goals. Um, do you find it? Yeah, we're just jumping into it. Like no small talk. But do you find it romantic? Um, if you were to shave your boyfriend's face, he's got some hair. Is that romantic?
Uh,
To me, that sounds terrifying.
I
But then
don't
I don't
know.
know.
I was thinking maybe after a few glasses of wine, but then I'm like, no, that's a risk of like killing him
Wow,
or
after
slicing
a
up his
couple
throat.
glasses of wine. Yeah, like yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't, yeah. And
I
then if it's just a normal time, I would just be like, this is like a functional reason, like you're going to work or something. So
yeah, he's
I
like
wouldn't
but
find it
he's
like
like, "Oh, I'm late." But
sexual.
that doesn't even seem to add up. Like you have to multitask and he's like, "Can you shave my face for me?" Like what, he's buttoning up the shirt?
I think at
I don't
this point in my relationship, I'd be like, you know how to shave your own face. Like, so I feel like this
Okay.
is like the 1 to 6 month range of your
But
relationship,
like
or
so
1 to 12 month range.
but you would find it romantic.
You know what? Yes, in the 1 to 12 month range. Now I would just be like, shave your own face.
Okay. I just to me it doesn't come off as romantic, but I'm also the type who's like super into like, dude, I swoon so hard on like the scenes where they just like accidentally touch hands. Or like
Ah,
or like when the guy walks in and he sees the girl or the girl walks in and sees the guy and the sun is shining on them just like perfectly and they just have like that I'm dumb stare. And it's awkward because Deirdre's seen me like with that like fucking face.
yeah. The like, oh, the swoon.
No. Yeah. Oh man. There are quite a few people that have seen me with that face. I remember. Oh my god.
Yes.
It's so. This is so embarrassing to me because I remember like I liked this girl so much and I didn't want anyone to know. Like I think I was the only one that knew, really. which that might sound weird to Deirdra because she's like, no, when you like someone, everybody knows except for her. But used to be different, and I did keep it to
Everyone.
myself. But I guess I had that look showing because it was at work, and then there was a coworker, and I was like, I guess I was giving her the look, because then my other coworker came up beside me, and it was just like someone that like I never really talked to, didn't really have like a relationship outside of work other than the working relationship, just like came up beside me and looked at me, and she's all, "You're in love with her," and I was like, "What? No, no, I'm not." And they're just like, "I can see it on your face."
Got that look.
Oh, that look. Okay, okay, okay. Another thing. Okay,
Okay.
what would you prefer? A romantic declaration or a romantic confession? If you need clarification, I can give you. Okay, so
A romantic declaration. What's the difference between a declaration or confession? You're saying
a
like in
confession
private.
would, yeah, a confession would definitely just be like, let's see, let me paint the picture. It'd be like you two outside underneath the cherry blossoms that are falling. I feel like that would be the
The
ideal
confession?
situation. Would that be the ideal situation? Like, you meet outside somewhere, or it's at night and you're underneath the street lights, and it's just you two, and then
A declaration would be like in front of like a whole mall
yeah, let's
saying, I
see.
love this girl.
Let me think. Maybe not in front of a
Okay, like
mall because those are
for
strangers.
instance, every day when I go to work, and I'm nervous, and not will kiss me at the door, and then he'll close the door, pretend that he's going inside, and I go down the stairs, and then he comes back out, and on the balcony goes, "You see that girl? That's my girlfriend, and she's so beautiful, right?"
Wait,
And he just repeats that like 3 times,
wait, he
and then
actually does that.
yeah, and I'm like, stop, because it's 6:30 a.m. and I'm like, stop, and he's just like, I love you, Deirdra Bear, and he goes back inside, and then I'm just like, that's a really nice way to start my day,
Okay, so you're
especially when I'm
obviously all about a declaration then.
I do like confessions too,
Yeah,
because
like
like confessions are just so sweet. It's personal. I kind of want to like, I don't know. I just really like those like little letters and things. Yeah, I would say confession.
a confession. Here's my
Yeah.
example for like a declaration. All right, so we have to take you back to school, okay? You're in
Okay.
school, and like let's say Anant's in your class, right? And Anant's like
Mhm.
super cool, and all the girls are like, "Oh my god, I really want like his attention." But he keeps giving you
Yeah.
attention, right? So then these other girls have spite for you. So they start like, being aggressive towards you, being kind of rude and mean. And then, so the
Mhm.
declaration would be like a not being like, attention everyone in class. If you have a problem with Deirdra,
Mhm.
you have a problem with me because we're together now.
Mhm.
And like,
Wow. Oh
him
my
just like,
gosh, kind of.
would your
I feel
heart
like that
swoon
reminds
there?
I feel like it kind of reminds me of all like the early 2000s movies, like with Hilary Duff, like Cinderella Story, or like I don't know, anything with Lindsay Lohan in it,
Mm-hmm,
Mean
mm-hmm.
Girls. I would say yes. Love that. Actually, I think I'm a declaration person.
I'm
Yeah.
shocked that
What would you
not. What would I would wish
show?
that I could be as bold enough to do a declaration, but I don't think that's me. I think we're like hanging out, just me and her at a park, and then I'm like looking at the ground because I can't look at her eyes, and then she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And then I'm like, "This is what's wrong with me. I like you." Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's, I
Like,
think,
what about would you rather receive one or
um,
receive a confession or receive a declaration? Because that's what you would do. You'd rather give a confession.
let's see, what would I rather? Yeah, I think I'd also prefer a confession to a
Confession.
declaration.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Because in high school I did experience like kind of a declaration. It was this girl that like did really like me, and then she was just basically like I wasn't a part of the declaration, but she had told all the other girls in class like I want to ask him to Sadie's, so nobody else ask him to Sadie's.
Like back off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was really awkward because I was like, I've got a girlfriend.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
People fighting over you in high
And I was
school.
like, yeah, I didn't realize it. I think I was a different person. I didn't have like this long hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had like severe tunnel vision when I was in high school, so it was like I like that girl
Like
and
what do you
only
mean?
that girl.
Oh, okay.
Um, no other
How did
options.
that work out for you?
It worked out. It worked out when we were together, and then when we were not together, that was probably like the worst. And then like
Mhm.
a few years later, you know, everyone goes away to college, everybody comes back, and they're like, "Hey, let's meet up." And like you meet up for lunch, and then the girl's like, "You know, can I tell you something? I used to like have like a really big crush on you in high school." And then I'm just sitting there, you know, with like pasta coming out of my mouth being like, "Oh, wow, I really had a crush on you in high school too. Too bad there's nothing we could do about it now, huh?" You know, and really, like, the girl's just like,
You serious?
hello?
That's what like that's your moment. That's your time to swoop in.
Yeah, and I didn't
Seriously, I had
realize.
that happen a few times.
Wait,
That's the
what?
moment where you're like when they contact you and they're like, I
Mm-hmm.
had a big crush on you in high school, then that's your moment to pursue that relationship.
Yeah, but I guess, like, okay, so I was like 18, 22, whatever. My brain isn't fully developed yet, so it didn't see that's what was happening. I mean,
Yeah.
even now today, I don't think I would see that. I would just be like, "Oh wow, high school, man. Too bad we can't go back in time, huh? If only there was a time machine, we could fix this and just be
Is
together." Huh. All
it
right.
almost your have you done your 10-year anniversary?
Oh yeah. Uh
Yeah.
it
What year?
I didn't go. When yeah,
Recently?
it was not recently. It was a while ago.
Pre-pandemic.
No, it wasn't pandemic stopped. It was just stopped because I didn't really want to go. I had no interest in going. Do you want to go to your 10-year anniversary?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think that would be fun.
You want to be like, look at me
Like I would
now. Look at me now. Huh?
exactly
Okay.
be very rich. I'll be like, huh, here I am. But no, really, I just would want to see friends because it's weird how people have gone off in different directions and really haven't gotten the chance to see them in like 5 years now, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't have high school friends is the thing. Like, I mean, I do, but so when I was in high school, I hung out with other people that didn't go to my high school, people that shared similar
Oh yeah.
interests. And like
Clovis
my
West. Oh wait, we're not allowed
yeah,
to say that. Are you
that's
okay.
yeah, and like my high school friends that I went to high school with, we were cuz like I was like those were just like my study people, like, you know, like, oh yeah, we work on a project together. It was like just like school business, and then on the outside, like, I had these other friends and we all liked punk rock and skateboarding, and like I hung out with those kids.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it just there are people that I would like to see and know like what they're doing, but at the same time, I know what they're doing. Like they're engineers and they have a wife and they've got kids, and that's it. Or they're doctors and they have a wife and they have kids, and that's it. Cuz I was like friends with a lot of like those people. I was supposed to be one of those people, but I couldn't. Here I am. Wow.
Yeah. Uh,
I don't know. I don't think there's anyone really that I was like really close with in high school that isn't one of those people.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's just like the natural progression of life in most cases. Like more and more I'm saying like I'm like looking for a full-time job and I graduated college and everything and I'm just like I don't know.
Congratulations,
I think
by the way.
thank you. But I think that definitely like when you go to college, the loans trap you. Like I feel
The
like I've got too many.
loans.
And then you're just like all of your dreams just go out the window sometimes because you have to pay all of that shit off. Sorry. I know this is going on YouTube.
Oh no, no. Okay, so we I'm trying to hide my scuffed chair, but um now that I've drawn attention to it. Yeah, so I cursed in the first intro that we took and I was like, "Oh, we got to re-record that." It's fine. You can curse now. We can curse now.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
No worries there.
Nice.
Get that.
I'm gonna readjust my brace real quick. Give me a
Do you
second.
want to adjust? What
Still
is
having back.
happening to your body? You're having back pains?
Yeah, so I've got this hip stabilizing brace, and then I have carpal tunnel, I think. So I'm wearing this brace because it hurts a lot.
Oh
And then I
man.
have my foot
Oh
brace
man.
because I broke my leg or my broke or fractured my foot last year.
Oh
So
shoot. Oh yeah,
I'm still in pain.
do we want to talk about like 2020?
Sure. I mean, that's a pretty big happening, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, let me get my understanding of your 2020. Your 2020 started off with like a bang. You're like, "Oh yeah, I'm living my
Yeah.
dream. I'm going to go live in Paris." And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, it's like there are people getting sick in Paris. We must bring the Americans back. And so they cut your thing short. This is just my understanding. You're in a panic because you're like, I can't get a plane back
I
and
like take it home. Yeah.
yeah. And then I feel
Yeah.
like then you just home under
So
lockdown.
let me explain my 2020.
Yeah, yeah. I want to hear your
All right.
take.
First, I start in Paris
Mm-hmm,
and living by the Arc de Triomphe, and my floorboards are so shitty that they keep breaking when we're walking over them.
It's
And
crazy.
I was constantly in a battle with the guardian of the apartment building because they didn't want to fix the floor. But by the time I had left, I had gotten them to fix the kitchen tile and the hallways. Like I had like revamped that whole apartment for them.
Wow. So the
And
next people that live there, they're just like they're gonna be living it up.
yeah, and then while I was there, I was on top of the Arc de Triomphe and I fell. And
On
I
top, you can go on top of it.
can. Yes, there's a middle part, there's a museum. You have to walk up like 500 steps and then you're on top and you can look out over the whole city. And there's like a platform there and it's made of aluminum or like just metal and but it's easy to slip on it. So I slipped and I fell like 5 feet and it cracked. And so then I had to be put into like a service elevator, which was just kind of like a flat thing that went like a chute down the Arc de Triomphe and you could like see straight up into the sky and there was like cement around me as I like went down this tunnel because I couldn't walk down the stairs anymore.
Oh my god.
Um so then after that I did walk home because it was nearby. But then my roommate wanted to go to a party. So she was like, "Let's go." I walked on a sprained foot before. I've had a sprained ankle at parties before, and she failed to tell me that she had a sprained wrist, not a sprained ankle. So she got me to walk all the way to a McDonald's before I was like, I can't do this. So she went on to the party, and I went back to the apartment, and I had like this really creepy French man just like following behind me, like, "Are you okay?" You know, but like trying to harass me. But he didn't do anything. But my roommate, a few weeks later, she was robbed in our apartment building, and so
What?
at that point, I spent all night with her, like, talking on phones about or, like, on the phone to, like, the 911 service there, and they wouldn't do anything. She actually had them they told her, like, "If you keep, harassing us, then we'll arrest you for harassing us, the police."
Whoa, hold up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is, and then because they don't really do there's a lot of theft in Paris, so they don't really deal with that,
Okay.
and, then when we went to the school principal about it, she was really just she blamed it on us. She said, "It's your fault for being,
Ah,
robbed."
victim blaming.
So
Classic.
yeah,
Okay.
victim blaming. Yeah, horrible, and, so I got into a very major argument with her, and, at that point in time, I was realizing that COVID-19 was gonna start spreading throughout the city, so I made use of my time visiting all the sites, and, luckily, I never really had to go back to my study abroad area because COVID got to the point where Trump put a travel ban on countries, and then there was a major panic that everyone across the world had to get home within 72 hours or so.
Yes.
So, so everyone started coming home, and then the ticket prices went up to like $5,000 or more just to get home. And then people were waiting in like 12-hour lines to get through customs. And so I lost all three of my roommates within 24 hours. They were on planes back to the USA. And I was just waiting around for tickets. And then and then I had like a series of flights that every single morning kept getting canceled. So I just kept waiting and buying new tickets and asking the airlines like, "Are you sure I'm going to be able to get back here because I keep getting canceled on?" So the morning of March 17th last year, I had two tickets, one for Germany and then Germany to San Francisco, and then the other one was one from here to LA and then LA to San Francisco. So I was like, which one do I choose? Because both flights, the one I ended up getting on, it left at 11:15 a.m. and within 15 minutes, France and Germany had closed their borders as well. So I had gotten onto a flight back to the United States within like the last time frame that you could really, and yeah, so luckily I didn't go to the Germany one because I don't know what I would have done there. So then I got back here and and I really thought this wasn't reality. Like I actually got a concussion in France because
Whoa. Okay.
I went I went to a comedy show and we ended up flirting with the bartender and staying long after the comedy show was over and drinking. And then so me and
Mm-hmm.
my roommate were trying to find our way home. So we're on this metro and I ended up calling an aunt like, "I don't know where I'm at," because I was so drunk I didn't know. And neither did my roommate. And so then when we were going through the metro, like there's these turn stops and like I hit my head on it and she didn't see me, so she was walking ahead and she turns around and I look like Carrie apparently, or like with the blood going down my face and everything. So so when I came back to or after that, I had a concussion for reals because every time I would like look up, my head would hurt so much and I was like I was writing weird, like I was flipping around my letters when I was writing. Um and so at that point that was a week before I hurt my ankle and I was just like a series of events are happening, like Mercury is in retrograde or something. But um
Yeah, I don't know what that means,
but
but sure, sure.
just a bunch of bad shit's happening. Like I hurt my ankle, my cat passed away, like this
Yeah, that was
COVID-19
sad.
thing's
That was sad.
happening, concussion, right? So when I came back here, I was just like, this isn't reality. Like I must have hit my head so hard that I'm dreaming right now. And I was just like, here we are. I can't see my friends. There's a pandemic. People are dying. Um, like it was and then when I came home here, no one was believing it was a pandemic yet. So
Mm-hmm.
I was wearing masks to stores and an aunt was just like, Deirdra, we look silly wearing these masks, you know? But then like a week or a week and a half later, everyone in California, or at least in this area of California, we're wearing masks at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, then I had a lot of time just to sit at home and heal my leg, I guess. And it's my 2020. What about you, Chris?
Wow, yeah. I did not get a concussion. So my 2020, wait, I can't believe you got a concussion. Like, did you go to the hospital or you just went back to your apartment?
Oh, no, I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't even go to the hospital for my leg. I had a doctor visit me like 3 days later,
Mm-hmm.
and he just said if it gets worse, come to me again. And then I just never did. So then I hurt my leg again in the middle of summer when I was here in
Mm-hmm.
California. Yeah.
Um,
So no,
that's
that's
should probably get that. You probably should have went to a doc. I don't know.
I feel like
I
I'm
don't.
fine though, luckily. Yeah, I had like a bloody face and my roommate was just like, Deirdre, you can't fall asleep. You can't do this, that. And I was just like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I was like sending videos to all of my study abroad classmates, like, I'm fine. What is she doing? But I had like blood going everywhere. Oh, yeah. And like my store, like I had these lovely men working at the corner store, liquor store, and they're always open until like 4 a.m. and they're always just drinking outside. So like I'm walking past like all drunk with like blood all over my face, and they're like, come here," because they talk to me every single day after classes and everything. And so like they're just like, "Oh my god, is she okay?" And like they're just like in French, just like worrying about me, patting my face and everything. And
Oh,
luckily, like my apartment was across the street, so my roommate was like, "No, we're going home." Like she knew I didn't want to go to the hospital, so yeah.
dude,
I don't
that's
know. I don't know if the scar. I don't think the scar is even here anymore. Luckily, so
lucky.
I know because it was pretty big at first.
I was like, are we gonna be like twins? Because I have like these scars right here on my
Mhm.
forehead, and they hurt in the wintertime. When it's cold, they hurt. It
Really?
kind of feels like I'm Harry Potter right there. Like, ooh, I got a scar that
Wow.
hurts, but
I wonder why.
yeah, I
Is it
haven't. Oh, I
connected to your
mean,
brain?
wait, what?
Connected to your brain?
No, I
It's part
don't.
of your skull.
I don't. I don't know.
I just don't know why it would hurt.
It just hurts. Okay, when it's cold. I don't know. It's not a lightning bolt though, so it's not cool. Um.
Mm.
So like my 2020 when it started, like I had like I was kind of just like, oh, I feel so miserable here, right? I was like, oh, I don't like my
Mhm.
job. I don't like a lot of things. So I have this plan. So like my
Mhm.
plan for 2020 was to work like I think 90% of the year, just work more than I've worked in a long time. Just super farm this job and other jobs. And like I started writing in like this little like pocketbook, and I wrote
Mhm.
like every single day that I would get paid, right? In the year.
Nice.
And
Mhm. Oh shit.
yeah,
Didn't work out.
no, yeah, it didn't work out. And like the plan was to make enough money so that in December I would go to Japan. And in Japan I would celebrate New Year's in Japan, which I felt like would be really cool, and then just like go there and then go to Korea and just like hang out for like a month or a month and a half or 2 months, whatever. Just like to do that and just like party. And then essentially, then March happened and
Ruined everything.
I was unemployed. And then unemployment was like, yeah, by the way, we do not pay a lot. And I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And I just played Animal Crossing and World of Warcraft. That's
And
like
did you get
literally
another job?
the rest of. Oh, and yeah, then like
How
I
have you
got a
been handling?
job. I guess I can talk about that. I got a cool job, like a real job, and I was like, oh wow, it paid like a living wage, and I was like, this is tight. And then I didn't have that job anymore, and that was not tight. Um, and now I don't
Mhm.
have a job again, but uh, I'd be open to working again. I think, and farming,
That's
maybe.
good.
But
That's good. Farming money.
yeah, if I think about like my
Yeah.
2020, it was literally me just falling back into the hole of just gaming, and it's
Yeah.
tight. It's tight.
Like, you worry you worry that you're getting too used to the isolation. Went to
Um,
Sacramento yesterday and there was way too many people for me. I was like, how am I ever gonna get back to normal with seeing people?
hmm. I don't know, because I mean, I go to the store and I don't really get like a panic when I see a lot of people. But also like I don't know, like even when I don't know, because I think like if you look back at like these vlogs that we've made, it looks like we just like hung out all the time, right? Like we were just like hanging out all the time. But
Mhm.
really, we had a lot of alone time, and then we would hang out. I don't know. Like
What do you mean?
like it's like you watch these vlogs, I think. I mean, I haven't watched them in a long time, but like when we were going out, and I feel like it looks like we're always out, like we're always hanging out. But really, it's like that was like maybe like 2 or 3 hours out of the week, you know?
I mean, that's still a lot more than I get now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
look at
yeah.
that and I'm like, those were good days because I feel like I don't really have friends right now where I'm living. So
Uh
it's
huh.
just like, well, and also it's a pandemic, right? But like, so I wish I could be doing that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
again.
what I'm saying is like it. I feel like if we look at those, it looks like we just like spent like 24 hours a day together. You know, like we were always just
Yeah.
like hanging out. But really, it wasn't like that, and there was a lot of just alone time. So really, I'm not that affected that much, especially since like I don't know.
It's been a
This
year.
is
I
hanging
keep
out.
thinking about it. It's been a year now. Like, I haven't seen you since 2019.
That's pretty crazy. But I mean, like you see me
Yeah.
right now, so I mean, that's like it's fine.
No, that is the one good thing about the 21st century, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like personally it's been a year.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Actually, this is a huge segue, but also jumping
Mm.
back to like the beginning of what we were talking about. Let's say you are in like a relationship like now, right? The relationship that
Okay.
you're in now, but you're like in the 90s. Which doesn't seem like that long
In the
ago, right? But it was when you think about it because it's like during that time
30
like
years now.
wow. Wow. But like it's like you're going to France in like 1997 for you. How long were you supposed to be gone? Like 6 months, 4 months,
4 months.
4 months.
Or like
Yeah,
3. Yeah, like 3.
like
Yeah.
communication back then. It's like he can't call you because if he calls you, he's paying like I don't know, like a couple dollars a minute, maybe a couple cents a minute. Like I don't know, like a 20
Yeah.
minute conversation might be like $20. Who knows? I don't
Yeah.
I don't know the rates. Or like email, like you're barely like technologically like um I don't know how immersed. Is that the correct
Probably.
word? Right? Like you barely
Sorry?
know how to
Yeah.
work technology now
Yeah.
when you've grown up with it. So
Huh.
it's 1997. So this Deirdre at her age at your age now in 1997 probably is like email. What's that, right?
Yeah,
Like, do you think you could have
probably.
maintained a relationship with like friends if like they had to write you once a week? Would you be able to
Oh my
relay
gosh.
a
I
letter?
would assume so. I would assume so because like my dad has letters from when he was um our age, and he definitely was writing a lot of letters, and I wouldn't say that he is very communicative with people. So if he's at least writing letters, and I'm sure I would be writing a lot of
You'd be
letters,
writing a
I'd
lot
be
of
like
letters.
I'd like be 5 times the amount of letters he's probably been doing. So
Yeah,
I would say yes. I would write like 4-page letters because I know that's what he was getting back in that time.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, I
Uh,
feel like, yeah, I mean, that would just be like a text message now, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy to think like that. Like,
it would only hopefully take like a week to get to you, right?
a letter? Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
how fast do you think the letter moved back then?
I think it moved at the same speed it did today.
Okay. So,
So
yeah.
like a week max, maybe like 3 days on a good day.
I wonder how fast internationally.
Yeah, I think
Probably like 2 weeks.
it's like yeah, probably like 2 weeks. I mean, it
Yeah.
depends. I think.
That would be more difficult. Like, yeah, I imagine that's what like the Peace Corps would be like, because you don't really get cell service, and it wouldn't be like you can just email your partner whenever you want.
Wait,
So
is that in your future, the Peace Corps?
I don't know. I applied, and I'm like, I have to do like a health screening thing, and I'm just gonna follow it through, see
Oh
what
no, a
happens.
health screening. They're gonna be
You
like,
know,
"Girl, your bones."
no, but more like vaccinations probably.
Oh,
Like,
okay, okay.
and then I applied to do education development in the Caribbean. So we'll see if that happens. If not, I am going to get my accreditation in teaching English as a foreign language so that I can teach it in France because they have a program where you can go teach English for 8 months or so. So I was thinking about doing that. And then after that, I don't know.
Hmm.
Although they also have like a Korea one, and I don't think you need to know Korean to is Korean the language?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I don't
Yeah. What I've looked into, they prefer you to not know any Korean. They would like you to only know
why.
English because
Yeah.
your students depend. I think it depends on their age. Like if you're teaching kids, they definitely don't want you to know because the kids are only going to want to talk to you in Korean.
Oh, that's a good point.
Um.
I guess I was just worried about the work hours, and I don't know if it's similar to Japan, just like the salary person. I don't want to be a salary person.
A
Like
salaryman.
Agretsuko.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen Agretsuko?
No.
Yeah. I don't want
Well,
to
I
be like
watched like
her.
the
So
first episode, but I I don't
you
know.
should
And
watch it.
then you showed me like
It's
the
very
clip where
you.
you're like, "This is so you."
Yeah. He's
Oh,
very much like you.
yeah, I should watch it. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I've heard a lot of those jobs now though are remote.
Yeah. Oh.
So like it would be like this, like you have a class, you're the teacher, you're sitting here and you gotta.
So I don't know if do you mean like in the future they're always going to be remote or like in the next
I
year or
think
two?
as of right now, I don't know. I mean, the future, nobody like really knows. Like it's crazy when you like think about that because it's like people are like shaking hands is over. Like you're never gonna shake hands with someone ever again. Like so, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah. So true. Well, I would hope to be doing this after the current pandemic ends, so I'm just gonna bide my time until then.
I just hope. I mean, I think my biggest hope from this whole thing is I hope we actually do just stamp COVID out, and that if there's another pandemic, it's a different thing at least, and it's not the same thing. From like, oh, here we go.
Like, what if it's worse?
What if the next
What if
one's
it's
worse?
worse? Because remember at the beginning of this when I don't know, Not was just like looking up websites all the time and articles that were like, this will shatter your lungs, or like your lungs will not be the same after COVID, or
Yeah,
like people were dying and everything. But it was so scary. I don't want to go through that again. At least now we kind of like have a baseline understanding of what's going on
yeah.
and can work with it, I think.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you said, like, I feel like you look at it from the start because, there are people who are just, like, very COVID denying or whatever. And they're like, well, they said this was going to happen at the start. And it's like, well, they were, like, gearing up for the worst case scenario, at the start. Like, they're like, yo, this is what could happen to try to get people to,
Still
like,
think that's
take it
pretty
seriously, right? And
yeah.
then as
Like
they
are we
learned
at
more, they're like,
600,000?
all right, it's not that bad, but it's still pretty bad. But also, I don't know.
600,000 people have died in the United States.
Yeah, no, that's bananas.
Yeah, that's really
It's
bad.
it's bananas. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't. How do you feel about wearing masks? I mean, because like, I mean, before this, I was like wearing masks whenever there was like high pollen or like dust levels in the Central Valley because it's like really bad.
Mm,
And I remember like I watched like a video that talked about it because we were just curious on why people wore masks like in Asia, and it's like, oh, it's because of like fine dust levels and then just other things. Like if they're sick, they wear it so they don't get other people sick. Um, and I was like, oh,
mm,
okay, that's cool. And then like I found out that like it was actually like in San Francisco, it was like popular before like I think the Spanish flu pandemic or epidemic or whatever that was. But then it just kind of like
mm.
died down. Um, so
Yeah,
then
over
yeah,
the
I remember I
years.
bought a bunch of like cloth masks and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear these, and then I like wore them occasionally.
I I like the masks for the most part. Like I think I would like to continue wearing them when I'm sick in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say, yeah, they're fine right now, but when this is over, I'd like to not have to wear them all the time because, like, for women, we have to, like, with lipstick on with
Yeah,
those cloth masks,
it's rough.
kind of gross. Like, it just like smears
It
all
smears and
over.
it
The
sticks, right? From my
Yeah,
understanding.
yeah. So it's just gross, and I'd rather not deal with that anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah, I should invest in more masks, probably. I've got
Yeah, that's crazy.
like 4 or 5 cloth masks on rotation, but I feel like I need to go to like 2 weeks worth because I feel like that's the amount of underwear people have too, right?
I actually have, I think, way too much underwear. I don't know. Yeah.
I just have enough for a laundry cycle. I'm
Okay.
like, okay, it's time to go.
Well, like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's it's interesting. I remember before the pandemic started, I went to the Line Friend store, and like the Line Friend store is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like these characters, these cute characters or whatever, and they sell merchandise with the cute characters on them. Um, and they had a bunch of face masks, and I wanted to buy them, and I and we were like, oh, this is a lot of money though. Like, why am I gonna spend like $30 on face masks? When am I ever gonna wear these? And it's like, oh,
Oh shit.
could have been wearing them every day
Oh.
apparently.
Yeah, you missed the opportunity.
But I mean, yeah. Now I've got one that makes me look like I'm a bear.
I've seen that. I've seen it. That one's good.
I wonder where it is. I have a yellow one that makes me look like I'm a duck, but whatever. I they're just
I just want
cute.
to get one in every color. One in every color so you can match with what you're wearing.
Have you seen the masks that are like cloth up here and like down here, but then where your mouth is, it's PPE, like it's like the face shield material, so it's like
Oh,
plastic.
I don't think I've
Yeah,
seen that.
those are getting kind of popular because it's like for like news reporters.
Yeah. Wait, okay, now I'm gonna look it up then. PPE
I don't even know if
is
that's
cool.
like the proper term.
Yeah, I don't even know how I would look this up.
Yeah, I'll find a link to like send if I can
Okay,
find it. I'll look into it.
sounds good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, any other? Did you pick up any new hobbies?
Yes, I have. Well, not real, well, sort of. I have been doing my yoga, so like
Okay.
I'm getting more balanced,
Okay.
and I also learned how to embroider a llama, and I'm supposed to learn how to embroider other things. Here, I'll show.
Embroider a llama.
Let me show.
You did. Oh, wow.
Ah, because and this pillow was ripped open. So I've added something to it, and now it goes on my vanity chair. So I'm trying to embroider, and I have plants, and I'm actually going to go to the plant store today and get some like jalapeno peppers because it's almost spring. So I'm going to try and learn how to agriculture. What is the word? Like farm, I guess.
How to farm, how to.
I want to learn how to farm.
I've been thinking about that too. Like, I'd like to grow my own carrots and potatoes. I think root vegetables. Is it weird to say
Root
vegetables?
vegetables.
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 That's
Why root vegetables?
I just feel like root vegetables are not difficult. Like, I think they're easier to maintain and grow. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong at the end.
Maybe you're right. I feel like they are hardy pieces of farm produce. I feel like with like tomatoes or peppers, animals or like insects could eat that.
Yeah.
Or like bite into it, you know?
Yeah, no, my grandma used to have a garden. Gardening, that's what you want to do. You want to garden.
Gardening.
Yeah, she had like we had peas, not peas, like green beans, string beans, like whatever, like some sort of green vegetable. She grew tomatoes and eggplants. And I remember like those vegetables like were kind of difficult to like take care of. There's a lot of work.
Really? Because it's on a vine.
Yeah.
Of them.
And I feel like with like a carrot or a potato, you just kind of like bury it underground and then it grows and then you dig it up. Like you maintain it, obviously.
You should try it.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe like gophers eat them. I don't know.
Are you like what hobbies have you picked up? If not any new ones, then you should probably plant some potatoes.
So I'm trying to learn how to dance. Just because a lot of people are getting married and I want to like be a fucking animal on the dance floor. I just want people to be like, ooh.
That's a good idea.
Ooh, who's what? Whoa. Where did this guy learn how to do that?
Are you picking up? I should do that. Are you picking up moves on YouTube and then just practicing?
Yeah, I mean mostly like K-pop dance routines.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I should probably do that because I'm not very confident at my dancing. So to just pick up some moves.
Yeah, pick up some moves. I started cooking, which is like really fun. But also like lately I've just been cooking dishes that are very French. If you know what I mean? Like they're just like indulgent.
Bolognese?
No, well I've actually thought about making that. No. I've been making carbonara, really not the Italian way of saying it, but American carbonara, which is just like cheese and eggs and bacon. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so good.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of
getting recipes off of YouTube as well?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess I should just like sign up for like one of those services. Maybe we'll get enough listeners and viewers that we get a ad read.
I mentioned one because I feel like
whoa no you've subscribed to one, sure.
I have one, and I won't tell you which one unless they want to sponsor us. But yeah, I get 2 meals a week, and I've learned how to cook from it. So like exciting. Before I was so stressed out, I would just be like, and then I always make peanut butter and jelly every day. But now I know how to do things.
Yeah. No, yeah, like cooking's tight. You get to like just not think about anything. Just like, I gotta chop these potatoes. I gotta chop these onions. Whatever. I gotta mix them all
Mhm.
together. I don't
Do
know.
you listen to music or a podcast when you're cooking?
Yeah, I will typically just listen to music if my phone's charged.
Yeah.
If it's
I
not,
listen to a lot of podcasts. If it's not, then
oh,
what?
what?
If it's not charged, then what do you do?
Oh, then I'm just thinking.
Completely
Then I'm just
silent.
thinking about cooking, and I don't have to. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a meditation, isn't it? Like you
Yeah.
just start thinking about what's in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's cool.
some good.
But yeah, I need to start making like healthier meals because lately I've just been cooking really indulgent like meals. Um, I don't know. And it's crazy like some of these like French meal recipes, it's like, dude, that's like an entire stick of butter inside chicken. Whoa. But it sounds
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like,
that sounds
oh,
weird.
oh, that sounds so good. Like a chicken Kiev. Do you know what that is?
No, I think I do. Wait, let me look at it. Look it up.
Oh, it's basically like one of those Costco like stuffed chickens or whatever they make there. Like a chicken.
Isn't it like chicken quiche?
I don't know if it's like a quiche. I don't know what a quiche is.
I don't know either. I thought it's like a little pie thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is a pie, never mind.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like a
but
chicken Kiev is like you take the chicken and then you get this butter and the butter you mix it in with a bunch of herbs and then you take the herb like mixed butter and you put it inside the chicken and you wrap it around
ooh.
the chicken. Then you take the chicken and you like breadcrumb it and all that stuff. Then you
That
like
smells
fry
good.
it on the outside and then you bake
Mhm.
it. So then when you freaking cut open the chicken, like the herb butter like
Ooh, it's like
spills out.
got
Oh yeah, it just
yeah.
like gushes out. Then it's served with like greens and a root vegetable and probably like on potatoes. So like yeah, the butter like
Wow.
comes out of the thing onto the potatoes.
That that sounds delicious, but yes, I can understand after making a bunch of those.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
like
like
something that you splurge on maybe like once every 3 months, you know? But I guess in the
so good.
1950s,
That
that
sounds
was like one of the things to eat at like
wow.
high fancy French restaurants. Are like fancy French restaurants
Yeah.
still the thing? Well, clear. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe if it just has a Michelin star, that's the thing.
Is that a big deal? I
Michelin
don't know.
star
I feel
restaurant
like I'm too cheap for that.
for Michelin star restaurants.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird now because now that I know how to cook, it's like, oh, okay, like $30 can go a long way. And it's like I ordered pizza yesterday and I was just like, I can't believe I spent like $30 on pizza. Like I could have like made an entire
That's so true. 'Cause
roast.
weren't you like eating out a lot? You used to eat out a lot. So now you're cooking. That's
Yeah, yeah,
great. Yeah,
it's
because it is very
transitioned. Yeah.
yeah. Like when you actually like cooking, it's much nicer because otherwise, yeah, I was just like eating out because I was just like, well, I don't want to cook. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like a so I
good
mean,
for
I'd
you.
still would like to go to like barbecue. Like I like think about it and it's like, huh, maybe in the summer like I'll just gather everyone around and we'll just like grill some pork belly and eat some rice. Like I told you
Yeah,
how
I
I want
mean,
to
I
like,
would do that.
you know?
I would do that sooner rather than later because you know how the Fresno heat is.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean, you're
just
right, but
the weather's nice. Yeah.
the weather is nice right now. Like go have like a little picnic. I can make some kimbap. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like I'm just like making all sorts of things. Traditional American. Like I want to learn how to cook a casserole. I wonder, like, should I learn how to
Ooh.
cook a tuna casserole?
I don't know if that's gonna taste good.
I'm just like thinking
Sorry, I have
about
to put my phone.
1950s America. Is your
Oh
laptop
yeah,
gonna
just go look
die?
at more. That's about to look at Morgan's videos and then recreate one of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? You know,
she
actually, I
has one
think
of
I
the.
did a long time ago. I watched one of her cooking videos, and I think I ended up like cooking something that she made. It's crazy. I
Yeah.
forgot about
I mean,
that.
she makes a lot of casseroles and jellos. So,
Yeah, I'm
a chance
still
to that.
not sure what a casserole is.
I don't know either. My dad makes a lot of like breakfast casseroles, which is like sausage and egg and like hash brown, like all mixed together.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like it's like a lasagna or a pie or a cake. It's like a food cake. Like you just put things in like a baking dish and then you eat it.
Yeah, like green bean casserole. Have you ever had a green bean casserole?
No.
I love green bean casserole. Oh, it's so good. Why don't you make green bean casserole? It's pretty cheap. They always have the products
I could
out
yeah.
around
I
Thanksgiving.
I could give it a
It's
try.
really good. I'd become a fanatic, I think.
Dude, one pot
That's all.
meals? Yeah, I don't understand why people don't just like make one pot meals. It's like so easy. It's like you cut your root vegetable, right, of your choice. You could go potatoes, sweet potatoes, you go carrots. You like throw it in a pot, you
Mhm.
like do salt, whatever, oil, black pepper. And then you just like put your protein of your choice. Like it's easy. I don't
It
get it.
is so good.
But I
Yeah.
mean
Oh,
I
shepherd's pie as well.
yeah, I mean I do get it
Jamaican.
because when I was working that like real job, it'd be like, oh, I'd work for 8 hours, and then all I'd want to do is order Chipotle. Like I was like, I do not want to do anything. But I mean, that was me then. Like me now, it'd be like, oh, I could just like take my mind off the hard day of work, and I can like chop up these potatoes. I really like potatoes. I don't know.
Me too. It's almost St. Patrick's Day. You can make a Irish meal. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some corned beef and mashed
Are
potatoes
you?
and
Hmm.
things like that. Yeah. So you should do it.
Yeah.
Get
No,
in the spirit. Eat a lot of potatoes.
I had my
A lot
friends
of
growing
garlic.
up. They were like half Irish, half Portuguese. And I remember on the Irish side, they'd always make like I don't know what beer rocks. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, those are a thing.
And I was like
Yeah.
really I think I expected more from the ones that I had because it like if I remember correctly, it was just like oily ground beef inside of like dough.
Yeah.
Is that all it is? Like I was like they were like, "Oh yeah, grandma's making beer rocks." And I was like, "Oh, they're really excited about this. Like I want to give it a shot, you know?" And then
Yeah. I feel like,
I was not that
yeah, I don't know.
excited.
I don't think I've ever had those exactly before, but now I'm like interested in making them this year because I
Okay.
want to know how they taste. Usually my dad makes corned beef hash, cabbage and potatoes on St. Patrick's Day. And I mean I hate cabbage, so kind of sucks.
You don't like cabbage?
But no, I don't know. It's like also like warm cabbage. It's
Yeah.
not like
Okay.
a good, it's like a baked cabbage. So,
I mean, I guess I'm
but you
kind of.
should try it.
I mean, I'm kind of weird because like I pretty much will eat almost anything. Like I'm the only things I
Yeah.
don't like. I don't like water chestnuts. Those are not good to me. I don't like coconut. And then other than that,
Oh yeah,
I like almost anything.
I don't like coconut.
Oh, you don't like
Let me
coconuts
think
either?
about.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. I hate it. I think it's disgusting. What else? I think turmeric is kind of gross.
Okay, I don't
You know what I
know.
mean?
Um.
Like, do you know what they put in all the Mexican candies?
Oh, yeah,
Candies.
yeah, yeah. No,
Turmeric?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, tamarind. I'm sorry,
Okay.
tamarind. Yeah, tamarind is gross, and I'm sorry about that. That's my opinion. And that's it. I think coconut and tamarind are what I don't like. Yeah, I can do everything else. I've eaten snails and octopus and whatnot. Maybe not cow balls either. I'm not like for.
I
Oh, I
don't.
don't like milk.
I don't know
I
if
don't
I.
like the fact that it goes out of people's nip or like
Oh,
cow
okay. Yeah. I
nipples.
mean, yeah. I don't think I've had cow testicles. Have I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had cow tongue. It's fine.
Ooh, Oh, yes, that's gross. Yeah, I've seen that on a plate in front of someone, and I'm just
Yeah, people really like it. I don't. It just was just like meat. I do like
yeah, I think
squid and like octopus is cool. I don't know. You did you ever go to Korean barbecue with us?
I feel like I went with you before, but I think I had squid and octopus at Kieran Davis.
Okay. Yeah, cuz
So,
like here when they give you the octopus, it's like, oh man. It's like, oh, that's rough. Like it's a full baby octopus. Like I couldn't really do it.
oh,
Cuz I think other places
oh yeah,
they just give you the tentacle,
like
which is usually
yeah,
what
for
you
the
eat.
tentacles.
But
I
yeah.
want you to like look at it and have like an experience cutting off its legs.
Yeah. I remember I went to Korean barbecue with my buddy John, and you know John, and
Mm.
I was like, yeah, just order whatever you want, right? And because he didn't really know how at the time he didn't know how to cook, so I was like, I'll cook it, like just order whatever you want. And then he was like, all right, can we get squid? And I looked at him and I was like, you're gonna cook that because I don't know how to cook that.
Yeah.
And
I don't
actually
really
wasn't that
like
bad.
Korean barbecue. I don't understand why you have to cook your own food.
I don't know. I really like it
You
because you get
know?
to cook it to your own liking.
I could get that, but I guess because like before I didn't like cooking, so I just be like, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah,
And it just felt like a lot of work
yeah.
to be like paying for myself to burn it.
Oh, I dig it. I mean, when I went to Chicago, I had yakiniku, which is like the exact same thing. It's just you order meat and then you grill it. And I was like scared because I had just started eating meat when I went to Chicago, but I really wanted to
Mhm.
have yakiniku, and I was like, oh no. Like, I was like, oh no, what am I doing? I haven't eaten meat in like years, and now I've got to cook it
Yeah.
myself. And yeah,
I don't like cooking meat. Do you like cooking meat after being a vegetarian or a vegan?
I do.
I hate it. I feel so gross, like touching it, looking at
Okay.
it, smelling it. Just like you know how like you have to wipe down or dry off your chicken, like you take it out and then you like
Mm-hmm.
pat it down. I'm just like, ooh, so
Yeah, I don't
gross.
mind it. Uh, I don't think I could butcher my own meat.
No, me
I don't know
neither.
if I could do that. I don't know if I'm there. We'll
It's
see. I guess in
horrible.
the future. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope not.
Because I have friends that raise their own chickens.
And kill them.
Yeah. I feel like I would make too. I
Ooh.
think I'd make a connection too much, but like I don't know.
Yeah, I would name them, and I'd never kill the chicken.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just thinking about it now. So, what are your goals for this year? For year two of COVID? Have you started getting vaccinated yet?
No, but I'm in the category for it. So I'm trying to get a vaccination before I quit my job
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a frontline worker right now.
Oh.
And we'll see. And then for this year, I just need to get a job.
Okay.
Oh my God. What if this goes on the internet and then like I don't get a job? Like because people see it.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah,
You
well
didn't
that's my
say.
one goal.
Oh man.
Then what?
Wait, did you hear about like that country dude who like said a slur?
I mean, was he like an idol, like or like a singer?
Yeah, he was like a country star. I've never heard of him.
Yeah,
But he
I heard of that.
yeah, he said a slur and you think like, "Oh, that's it for him, right?" He's selling more records and getting more streams than ever.
Okay,
It's
but that's because
disgusting.
he's already famous, so that just adds to his popularity in some way. But for someone who doesn't have a fame system right now, I'd have lots more to lose than him.
No. You'll get a job, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If you really want
Yeah, I
it,
think
you can
so.
get it. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, my hair is so long. I think this is the debut of this hair.
Man, it is so long.
Oh, look at this. I'm like
Never gonna cut
a DJ. Oh god.
it. Right.
I need a new headset. It's broken.
Oh.
Everything's just super scuffed.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works.
Take that part off.
I should.
Just take that part off
Well,
then.
I also just don't like this headset. I just need an excuse to spend money, Deirdra.
Get a job first and then spend money. That's what I'm
Well,
telling myself.
I guess that's the actual correct way.
I'm like, okay, once I get a job, I will buy everyone gifts.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh, some gifts.
Yeah.
Yay.
You know?
Yay.
First I need money. First I need to make that change. Make those dollars, make those bills, all that stuff.
I feel it. Well, you do have to get to the plant store today, and I think we had like an hour-long pre-podcast, and this is the real podcast. And we'll be back next week. We'll prepare more things.
Are we?
Next week. Yeah.
I didn't even know this was happening until yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I talked about it.
Me?
Yeah, we had talked about it, and I was like, yeah, when I get my computer back, and I got my computer back, so.
Oh.
I wanted to get like a new microphone and like a mixer. I wanted to like up the sound quality, but
you know what? Next week.
Yeah, next week you never know. This. We might
next week. We're gonna have like I'm gonna ask you questions back. I'm gonna have like ideas. You're going to be asked tough questions.
All right, I'm ready. Next week is when the tough questions come.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, who knows? This guy Joe owes everyone $2,000, so we'll see like if we get new stuff.
Yeah. He doesn't owe me anything. He's not gonna give me anything.
Wait, really? So, do you not qualify?
I don't think so.
Oh, I got the hiccups now.
All right, let's say goodbye to everyone. We'll see you all next week.
Next week. And next week we're going to measure our foreheads. Who do you think has the bigger forehead?
I wish I could put you side by side with me.
Oh, wait, you are side by side with me. You can.
Oh. How do I do that? Oh, I'd probably make you smaller, right? How?
You click on something on Discord. You click on something.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well. Goodbye, podcast.
All right, bye.